Major actor announces he's seeking an assassin for Trump before getting ironic dose of karma. Since Donald Trump announced that he would be running for president, there has not been a shortage of celebrities who tried to use their celeb status as a platform to do everything they could to stop him from becoming president. Ironically, the American people didn't listen to them, and now many of their careers have suffered because of it. Recently we reported on the actions that a few of these Hollywood celebs, Mark Ruffalo, Jimmy Kimmel, and Miley Cyrus, and what they have done and said to try and stop the president. Now we can name one more actor to the list that is trying to use their platform to speak out against the president, and this time he has definitely gone too far. In a recent book that Sean Penn wrote, he made it clear what action he wants taken to stop the president. Madonna may have spoken these same words, but he put it all down in writing. According to People, Sean Penn's controversial new novel seems to be taking aim at President Trump. The Oscar winner's first fictional book, titled Bob Honey Who Just Do Stuff, is an expanded version of his 2016 audiobook of the same name, which he claimed was written by a mysterious figure named Poppy Pariah. The novel version of the audiobook, which was released on Tuesday, loses the Pariah backstory and adds a few chapters to the short but complicated tale of a disaffected divorce named Bob Honey who works as a part-time assassin and septic tank salesman. In one new addition to the story, Honey writes a letter to the book's fictional president, Mr. Landlord, who seems to be a thinly veiled representation of Donald Trump. "You are not simply a president in need of impeachment, you are a man in need of an intervention," Honey writes in the letter. "We are not simply a people in need of an intervention, we are a nation in need of an assassin." The letter, which also references Russian election meddling, alternative facts and the Women's March, ends with Honey challenging Mr. Landlord to a duel, before threatening, "Tweet me. I dare you." Penn has been a longtime critic of the president, whom he called an enemy of mankind in an op-ed for Time in January, which came in response to Trump allegedly labeling certain nations in South America and Africa as S-hole countries in an Oval Office meeting. Reviews for Penn's novel have been shaky at best. While famed novelist Salman Rushdie called it great fun to read ahead of its release, many reviews have been negative. For example, The Washington Post wrote that Penn should never quit his day job, while the New York Times observed that the book eventually induces something like Stockholm Syndrome. You admire the novel just because you're surviving it. The actor promoted the novel Tuesday with a strange appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, where he admitted that he was still shaking off the effects of a sedative. "I'm doing well. You've inherited a little of the Ambien I had to take to get to sleep after a red-eye last night," Penn told Colbert at the start of his sit-down. "So in other words, you're still a little bit on the Ambien train right now?" the host asked. Penn responded, "A little bit," and proceeded to light one of the 2 cigarettes he smoked during his short interview. Fans and viewers quickly took notice of Penn smoking on TV and shared their reactions on Twitter, with many expressing bewilderment. "Sean Penn is looking a little disheveled while #chain smoking on #Colbert," one user tweeted. When Colbert pleaded with Penn to give up smoking, the actor joked, "Job security for oncologists." Though his smoking garnered attention on social media, another interview moment was much talked about, this time in a more positive light. Penn praised the students and survivors of the February 14th shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School who organized the March for Our Lives protesting Washington, D.C. on Saturday. Within days of that, not only are they stating their case with incredible sobriety and articulate words, but in such an inclusionary way. "You feel like there are reasonable people who have been on the other side of this conversation who will listen to these kids," he told Colbert, later nodding when asked if the students give him hope. Bob Honey Who Just Do Stuff is available now. It is laughable that Sean Penn would think anybody would care what he has to say about President Trump. He is the portrait of what is wrong with celebrities. As he sits there chain smoking and hopped up on Ambien, he delivered his hate speech. This is what young America is listening to. The ironic dose of karma is that he killed his career, not Trump, with making such a sickening claim. Trump curse strikes again.